All right, we will now open the open session meeting. Item number 2 today is approval of the May Technical Committee minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review those minutes? Yep, it must be a yes. So take a motion to approve the May Technical Committee minutes, please.
Harford County moves to approve the May minutes.
And do I have a second? Harford County motions to approve the minutes.
And Queen Anne's County will second.
Okay, Queen Anne's County seconds. And do any members of the public have any comments or any questions about the minutes? That's fine. Okay, hearing none. Everybody in favor of approving the May Technical Committee meeting minutes, please say aye.
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 All right, sounds like a roll call to me. All right, so we're going to go to item number 3 now, recommendations from the nominating committee. So the nominating committee is supportive of Baltimore County being the chair of the technical committee in FY26, and Harford County has accepted the role as vice chair for 2026. Harford County has indicated that Department of Public Works is now representing the county on the committee, and but the county is the membership. So if someone, some staff changes, if it goes to a planner, or if it goes to someone else, Sam, that'll be fine. We appreciate everybody accepting the roles for FY26, and we'll discuss more at the next committee meeting. Does anybody have any questions about the nominations?
Do you mind, Dan, real quick, remind the committee who was on the nominating committee?
Okay, sure. We had Queen Anne's County and Anne Arundel County.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Steve had his camera on. I was trying to remember who else was on there, Steve. We got it. All right. So we are now going to move on to item number 4 with some planning work program updates from BMC staff.
We were keeping this part of the meeting fairly light because we know that the Congestion Management Committee is coming up, and I cannot find, where is my, let me look for this. But I don't think you can, that's not what I wanted. Shoot. Take me 1 second. I will. Oh, there it is. But is this being shared? I don't think you can see what I was showing. Let me see.
No.
I can't see anything right now.
Yeah, I have something open, but when I go to grab it, it isn't there. Maybe this is it. Okay, here we go. And actually, this is a follow-up from a comment when we were reporting out on a survey from the UPWP. There's some demographic questions at the end, and I believe Sam had asked the question, and I can send this out, but we asked questions about race, ethnicity. These are, and if people don't answer, then in the result, that particular category doesn't show up. So I wanted to share with you all of the available categories. We ask about highest education level, and we do have a range of educational levels. In the what is your sex, we had several other options, but based on direction from the new administration, we pulled those out. So this is how we're handling it now. And then we ask age, and we let people know that we ask these questions so that all of us, including our board and tech members, have a sense of, do we have a good representation from the community responding to the material we put out? So I'll send this out, but this is the demographic module that goes with each of our surveys that we send out. Okay. So the next item, we are attempting to do more outreach. And what we've done is assign policy staff members to each jurisdiction. And what they will do, and I can give you last names if you don't know these folks, but I think a lot of them are active in the technical committee. They're going to be looking at your website. They may subscribe to different newsletters. They also have the name, your name, the tech committee rep, and the rideshare rep. And when we try to do outreach, we would coordinate. And then they also help identify information about what your jurisdiction is doing that could be suitable for one of our newsletters. And we try to promote what the members are doing and how the public can get involved. So this I can share also with the members so that you know who is working with you. And the next item, I believe Zach is on, and this is also a follow-up.
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Yes, okay, here it is. Oops, let me get it in full mode.
Sure. So this is a follow-up on a question from the development permit presentation that Crystal McDermott gave a couple of months ago in April. And someone on the tech committee asked if the current permitting for residential units reflects sufficient residential building. Are we building enough housing? And I think we have enough. We have a few slides here showing that. I think the short answer is no, and we have some estimates to share with you. So first, there have been dramatic multifamily rent increases reflecting increasing demand, perhaps not enough supply. Apologies, this doesn't include the whole region. This is our fair housing group, but you can see fairly dramatic increases from 2009 to 2024 and accelerating increases over 5-year periods. About a 50% increase in the Baltimore region, 60% in Anne Arundel County and Annapolis, 61% in Hartford. But everyone is, Baltimore City is the lowest. It's still a 40% multifamily rent increase. Next slide. So this is from that presentation reflecting more recent declines, not super steep declines, but some declines in residential units permitted in the region from 2014 to 2024, with a line for total and then multifamily and single family. Next slide. If we broaden the number of years, you see kind of more dramatic reductions in single family and multifamily units built and permitted, reflecting a 44% reduction from year 2000. With some fluctuations, of course, but generally a downward trend. Next, so Up for Growth is a national nonprofit that is a cross-sector member network that is committed to solving the housing shortage, and they estimate a housing shortage of about 32,000 units just for current residents. So this would reflect pent-up demand. People that would like to form their own households but are unable to for perhaps affordability reasons or a variety of other reasons. So that reflects just a shortage for current residents, not including those that might want to move into the Baltimore region. Next slide. There are a few broader housing shortage estimates. Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development estimated a current shortage of about 90,000 units in the Baltimore region for the Housing for Jobs Act. This bill was considered during the 2025 Maryland legislative session, but did not pass. And that estimate of 90,000 units was based on additional homes needed to achieve a 1.5 housing to jobs ratio. And so we incorporated that into our that 90,000 estimate into our scenario planning project. But our scenario planning project looked at 2050. So there's a forecasted growth in households through 2050. And so adding 90,000 to that is actually probably a fairly conservative number because there's, more population, more jobs, et cetera. So it wouldn't, well, anyway, so the 90,000 is more of a current estimate, and ostensibly that number would be larger in 2050. Yeah, so that is kind of a summary of what we think the housing shortage might be, and happy to take any questions. We have tried to integrate some of that analysis into our prep for the next LRTP through the scenario planning project.
Hey, if you think of anything later,
Yep.
we're here, you can reach out. We do pay attention to the questions or issues that you raise at these meetings. And so we wanted to follow up and respond to something that Crystal wasn't in a position. She just didn't have access to it. But between Zach and Dan Pontius, who is in the housing sector, we were able to pull this together, and we were hoping to get back to you with that. Okay, so that's not really much to share. Just go back to the agenda.
All right. Well, I guess we're now at other business, number 5, correct?
Yes, and since we have a couple minutes, I just very quickly would like to say we are midway through the comment period for the TIP and air quality assessment. To date, we've had 32 people respond. I do expect that to go up toward the end of the comment period. We have about, I think it's 10 outreach events throughout the region where staff are going out, a lot of libraries, but different locations, and they have material about the TIP in general, but usually we go with a focus on the jurisdiction we're in. And I can send that out so you know when we're in your jurisdiction. And David, I apologize. Our team was in Howard County yesterday afternoon at the Central Library. So they had a very warm welcome. They were saying people were very friendly. So hope that stays. So related to the comments, the comment period ends June 15th. We anticipate sending a full set of those comments to you by June 18th. And we will parse out specific ones if an individual comments on a specific type of project. And for instance, MTA has a number of comments we're going to send. There's a comment about no sidewalks on Maryland 2 as Maryland 2 goes under the Beltway. So we'll send that to both. We'll mark that specifically for SHA and Anne Arundel. So we'll be sending those out around the 18th. And if we ask for a response from you on a specific comment, we're hoping to get those back by the 27th of June. And then by July 1, we should have draft responses for all of them so that when you come into the July Tech Committee meeting, you're prepared, and perhaps we integrate it into the discussion of the resolution that public comment has been considered, and there may be things we're doing or not, but we can at least address it at the July Tech Committee. And then as those comments are finalized, we will send them out to all of the individuals that took the time to participate well in advance of the board meeting. And then they could always come to the board meeting and say, thank you for the wonderful response. We'd love that. So that's just a quick summary that we would get you all of the Tech Committee, TIP and air quality comments by the 18th of June. And I know we're getting into summer vacation, so kind of give you a heads up. And if I need to send it to somebody else in your jurisdiction because you're not going to be around, just let me know. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Regina, for that update. Anybody have any questions about Regina's comments on the tip? Okay, I guess we're ready to go to the business. There's a congestion management committee meeting at 10:15, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hartford County moves to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Sam. Hartford County motion to adjourn the meeting. Have a second?
Sometimes, I don't know that one, but sometimes it's when the contractor, the subs. will
Baltimore
exceed-
County second.
Thank you, Angelica. Baltimore County seconds.
Oh, kind of caught up.
All
All right.
right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.